When I was a child, my grandfather's house caught on fire. I still remember the smell of the smoke. I remember the panic and the tragedy. I remember people shouting. Out of all this, there is one thing which I can never forget, which is the heat. The heat we feel on our skin, even from across the road or even from the farthest distances. I'm not talking about my grandfather's home here. I'm talking about our house, our Mother Earth. Our house is on fire. Think of a little deer in a jungle looking at a forest fire, or a colony of coral reef bleached because of global warming. We all have just started to feel the heat. Remember your childhood. How many birds and animals you used to see around you? Do you remember first time you tried to catch a butterfly or ran behind a bird? Now fast forward to today. How many of them do you see now? Try to remember one insect, one bird, any animal which you used to love seeing in your childhood but you rarely see now. I personally miss house sparrows, chidiya. My grandmother used to feed them every day, and so many of them used to chirp around our whole house the whole day. And now I rarely spot even single one. And it's not only you and me feeling this problem. Scientists have been talking about it for a very long time. Since 1970, 2/3 of the wildlife population globally has been declined. See, in just 55 years, in the age of our parents and grandparents, and these are not some big cats or some big animals in far-off jungles. We are talking about all the life living all around us. It is estimated that the rate by which animals are going extinct is 1,000 times faster than what is their natural rate. See, by the time I would be finished with my talk, maybe one more species would have gone extinct. That is the rate of average extinction we are talking about today. For decades, the researchers have been clear. The results and findings like this have been our smoke detectors. They have been screaming at us. So we need to act fast. It is very crucial and critical that we act for conservation. And it is not just melting glaciers or melting ice far away. It is public. It is about every minute animal. It is about global stability. All the systems we depend on for our modern life are plugged into that wall which is on fire today. So we must act urgently for the conservation of species. But how? Now think like a scientist for a moment. For the conservation of species, we normally follow these 3 steps. Number 1, we need the data. We want to know the diversity and population of species, and that too on a regular basis so that we can see the trends. Number 2, we need to do the assessment of these species, see which species are declining, how can we stop them and why are they declining. Step 3, we need to implement these actions into reality and bring the protection plans on ground. But in these 3 steps, you see, data is the most crucial piece, starting from step 1 itself. Now with the data scientists have today, they have accessed more than 1.7 lakh species. Now you might find it very fascinating and very interesting that, oh, 1.7 lakh species have been assessed and we are working on them. But do you know how many total number of species live on this earth? Scientists have known description of more than 20 lakh species, which means less than 8% of these species have been assessed so far, and that is the data which we have. So you see, our entire 3-step program for the protection is bottlenecked at first step itself, data. We have millions of species, and to be able to monitor them all, we will need hundreds and thousands of professionals. We will need decades of funding. We will need boots on ground in every city, every colony, every crack in the pavement. We don't have that capacity. Our planet is very big and the professional community is very small. It is very small to collect this crucial data which we need. So here, we are not facing the crisis of extinction, but more we are facing the crisis of data. But we need to fix it. So how do we do it? There should be some piece missing here. So this is my story of trying to find this missing piece. Let me take you a few years back into my own journey. I was very comfortable in an IT job. I was enjoying writing softwares, but I was feeling disconnect with nature. I always loved nature. I used to enjoy with plants and animals. And I wanted to do something for this natural world, for the conservation of these species. So finally I left my job. And this job one day lent me to the office of Mrs. Farida Tampal, who is WWF India Hyderabad office state director. I came to her and I said very simply, ma'am, how can I start contributing to the conservation? She said, right now we are trying to bring City Nature Challenge to India. Help us. I went back home and I did some research. And I found it really interesting. So let me tell you, this is a very simple, friendly competition in which people from all these places take photographs of plants and animals and upload it on a mobile platform. Now others on this platform try to identify what it is. So in this friendly challenge, basically the city which can document maximum number of species of plants and animals wins. I loved the idea. So I installed the app instantly and I started exploring it. We also started thinking about ideas to get more people from Hyderabad to take part in this challenge. We were very excited. And so were many other cities. From India, in that year, around 20 more cities were trying to participate for the first time. You want to hear the results? Out of our complete surprise, Hyderabad ranked 13th globally. And even more surprisingly, Hyderabad ranked first in India. Yay! That was something big. We didn't imagine that. We documented more than 1800 species from Hyderabad, and this was done by more than 350 people. Now, who were these people? These were all common people like you and me. Not researchers or scientists. Even school and college students with just one mobile app. So that was this challenge. And in the same challenge, there is one more incident I want to share with you. Very interesting one, not from Hyderabad but from Kerala. One of the participants named Atul Shankar took photograph of one insect in his backyard and uploaded for this challenge. Now after around a week, he gets a comment on his observation, on his photograph, saying that you might be interested to know that this species was known to science only from a single specimen which was collected in 1925. So this was a rediscovery after 99 years. Think. For a century, one insect living in the world of reality, hidden from science, in an illusion of extinction. One moment of curiosity, just one moment of curiosity it took to overturn 99 years of absence. That is the raw, untapped power we all hold. So I realized just by noticing and simply sharing your simple observations, photographs or audio clips, whatever you can record, anyone can contribute to real science. Just like Atul and I, more than 1,000 people were contributing from India for this challenge. We were all connected with social media, WhatsApp. We were enjoying it. People wanted to do many more such programs because they enjoyed this program. Even so many more people in different cities wanted to take part in this challenge the next year. And I was very excited about the overall potential, that what if even 0.1% of India could contribute to science like this. So seeing this impact, seeing this hunger for engagement, it was my moment of clarity. This was not my hobby anymore. This was my calling. So I stepped up. Next year, we organized City Nature Challenge all in India. So I, along with my team at the Naturalist School, we onboarded 206 cities next year from India. Out of 600 cities we took part that year, 200 were from India. That was the level of excitement and engagement people wanted to have from all over India. And then we went next step further. Later we also started a new challenge called Asia Nature Challenge, where more than 27 countries are taking part in it currently. So overall, I have engaged thousands of people, common citizens and community members, to connect with nature and to contribute to science at the same time. Now technically, this is called citizen science. It is a practice of public participation and collaboration in scientific research. It is also called participatory science. I have been speaking about citizen science at various levels from local to global. Whenever I introduce citizen science to someone new, I often hear this one doubt in their mind, or they often ask me this question, and you might have it too. But how can I contribute? I am not a scientist, I am not a researcher, I don't know the names of these species, how can I contribute? See, here we are confusing the expertise with curiosity. You don't need a PhD, you don't need to be a researcher. Let me clarify and reiterate. All you need is curiosity. And you just need to look down at these tiny creatures. Look at the example in our Hyderabad community. We have people who are of age above 80. We have people who are school students, and all of them are active contributors in this community. Everyday people making a real impact. Look at my own example. I come from IT background. I did my master's in computer applications. I hardly knew about these species, but I constantly use citizen science to learn about it. Just last month, I saw one butterfly sitting on my sofa in the middle of the night when I was just going to turn off the lights and go to sleep. I saw that butterfly sitting there. I took a picture, uploaded it on that platform, and I went to sleep. The next morning, I see a comment on that picture saying, this is the very first record of this species of butterfly from Hyderabad. I had no idea. So many people, as I was telling you, the community is very big. So many people are contributing. They are taking pictures of a lot of butterflies from all over Hyderabad. And this butterfly is seen very first time from my living room. So that power of being able to contribute new to science right from your living room, that is what which fuels us. That is what which fuels me. And this is fueled a global community of contributors, a global community of citizen scientists. And you know what we have achieved collectively? One of the citizen science platforms, iNaturalist, has recently crossed 5 lakh species on their platform. Now you see, this is 1/4, because there are 20 lakh species, 5 lakh species have been recorded on this platform. 1/4 of the species recorded by citizens just with collective curiosity. So now you tell me, is it not that missing piece where we need more data for step 1 of conservation? If we all come together, we can help scientists. And this is that missing piece. Now, it is not just about data. I personally believe that this is more about connection. When we start to look around and notice, we feel connected to Mother Earth, to other neighbors with whom we are sharing this place. We start to notice all the insects which are living with us, which we might never see otherwise. In this fast-paced world, it feels so good to take a pause and connect. We think the world outside our doors is just concrete and cars. This emptiness is illusion. When we take a pause and look closer, you will find life under the leaves, in the crack, on the walls. The reality is abundance. So let me ask this. Do you want to give a beautiful childhood to your future generations, where they can also play with a lot of animals around them? If the answer is yes, then it's time for you to be more curious about nature around you and channel your curiosity to help scientists tackle the crisis of data so that they can work on the protection of species. I want you to pause, observe, snap just one photo. It can be of a flower, an ant, a spider, a chipkali in your home. Upload it on any of the citizen science apps and platforms. It can be iNaturalist, eBird, you will find all the details. Learn about the species and amaze yourself with what you find. Let's see how many species can we all document together. In the beginning of the talk, I told you about that hypothetical story of my grandfather's house on fire. Let me tell you how I wrote the ending of the story. After the alarms, after the panic, the firefighters came in. The neighbors brought the blankets, they brought buckets of water. The community came together. They saved what they could, they rebuilt what they could not. Our house, our Mother Earth is on fire. The smoke is real, the heat is rising. And we are the firefighters. We are those neighbors, we are the community. We need to come together. Remember, none of us can do everything, but everyone can do something. And that is the power of citizen science, and it starts with you. Thank you.